Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints.
Let's go. Let's do it. Cut. Yellow lady. Yellow lady. Let's go, T. It's going to be 11. It's going to be 11 back. Mike, check. 59, 58 Alpha.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down to the 29-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they actually utilize seconds to continue to move people.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Here's Breeze. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. And he's brought down. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
His 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn, still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017, just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards, the final tally. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Dancing to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
And some room to run now. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Think he's got some unfinished business after taking that all the way down to the 1?
There's no doubt in his mind that he has unfinished business. How upset would he be, even though he won't show it, if the play call comes in, quarterback, keeper, bootleg, maybe someone else carrying the football. He's done the heavy lifting. Let him take it across the goal line.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Adam Shaheen, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get it coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. The All-Pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Lock in, lock in. Red, up.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Trubisky will throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 14.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Check, check. We go 21, 21.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Breeze. This is caught by Gill.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now this throw caught left side. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to weigh to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Breeze going to try and throw on third down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. To try again after the sack. Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. The Saints on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray. His 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Here's Breeze to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It's certainly.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. This is intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Breeze now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Throwing now is Breeze. And Thomas has it. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll try to run for it with Cohen, and he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. 1st down, a run with Cohen. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Go! Mike's 47.
On second down now, it's Cohen looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Von Bell up to make the tackle. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone. And the football will come out to the 20-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 20. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. On 1st down, Murray. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They try again with Cohen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Alert, 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 alert. 47 Mike.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. They'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix, the former Packer, in on the tackle. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Again, it's Murray. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now Breeze on third down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now it's Trubisky. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. And it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
It's complete. It's Miller. And he's got this down to the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop. From the 17, Trubisky. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Saints will have the football back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, We're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Again, here's Blunt. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Back to throw, Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Blunt. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know